Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we've got a pair of wide receivers who certainly want to be targeted throughout the game. It's the Buccaneers going up against the Vikings. So with kickoff straight ahead, we'll check in with our broadcast team. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Larry, it's the newest facility in the NFL, and it is a beauty as we come to you from U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Minnesota Vikings. And we say hi again, everybody. Brandon Gaudin here as we count down to kickoff. I turn to my partner, that's Charles Davis. And Charles, Larry pointed out in the open, we've got a pretty good matchup of wide receivers here this afternoon, don't we?
And those guys have such a big impact on the game nowadays. We know it's a throwing game, but the guys who can go up and get it, the guys who can break tackles after the catch and make bigger plays, oh, yeah, they love spotlight as well. They want the football. They want the attention.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Leading the offense out onto the field is Teddy Bridgewater. Week 2 of the preseason for Teddy, Charles, wasn't that great. Week 3, though, he looked really good.
In fact, they held him out of the Week 2 game because of a sore shoulder, but he came back and played really, really well against San Diego on a day where the Vikings unveiled their new stadium. What do they call that? A soft opening because it's not the regular season game yet?
Sure.
But there's nothing soft about the game. The Vikings look good, and Teddy Bridgewater was leading them.
Yeah, he was 12 of 16, 161 yards, and a touchdown in that win. Peterson alone in the backfield. Bridgewater on first down. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders, is exactly what happened on that play.
Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And for Adrian Peterson, the Vikings have yet to put him out there in the preseason, but that's not banner news. He hasn't recorded a stat in the last 5 preseasons.
And why should he? He's proven what he does in the regular season works just fine. They don't need him to have that type of a preseason. All he's going to work on, ball security drills off on the side. Don't worry about playing him during the games.
They run again on first down. Peterson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Second down, 8. Bridgewater now on second down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's brought down. So we've reached the end of a fairly even first quarter of play. 0-0 our score. We're back to Minneapolis in just a moment. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Bridgewater gives to his tailback, Peterson. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain.
Let's go. Way 90. Way 90. 58, boys. 58.
Second down, Bridgewater. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. Here's Bridgewater. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. A second down throw for Bridgewater. And right with it here over the middle. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll run for it with Peterson. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Now Blair Walsh for the Viking field goal. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
Now after the made field goal, Walsh back out to kick it away. Here's Humphries. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. First down, Winston. Surveying the field. And incomplete to open things up.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. On 2nd down, Winston again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
So many components go into a well-executed screen pass. You've got to sell. Offensive line's got to sell like they've missed blocks, and then they move out, and they're out in front of the running back. He's got to sell that he's trying to block, and then he slips out into the route. The quarterback has to sell that maybe he's trying to throw it downfield. Instead, he slips it off to the running back, and when you get one set perfectly, you have to catch the ball, and that didn't happen on that play.
Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They start the drive with Peterson. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The ball carrier there, Adrian Peterson, he turned 31 back in March.
But after his return from knee surgery a few years ago, that incredible return, I don't think we look at his number the same way as we do a lot of running backs who turn 30.
Yeah, I agree. And right now, standing 17th all-time in the NFL rushing ranks.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Both the Vikings and the Buccaneers are mucking it up a bit on defense. Neither offense can get going, and so it may end up as a defensive battle for 4 quarters. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Vikings opening the game on offense. Quick pass, and he finds Rudolph. And that connection will lead to a gain of 19 yards. Vikings, though, settle for just a field goal. And with that, we'll send you back to Minneapolis, where Brandon and Charles are on the call.
Okay, Larry, thank you. Just a lone field goal in that first half. Will the offenses show up? That's now the question. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now a play fake here on first down. It's caught by Mike Evans. It's a pickup of 14 there, and that'll be good enough for a Tampa Bay first down.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it.
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision.
They run the counter with Martin. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back. And now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
They run it again with Martin. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, from the safety of our booth, I think it's okay after that run that I call him still the name that maybe he's not too crazy about, the muscle hamster.
Yeah, his teammates at Boise State called him that. He doesn't like that, though.
He hates that name.
He told us he prefers, and he told the world he prefers Duggernaut.
It's always tough when you come up with your own nickname.
It doesn't stick.
I hope it works for him, but I have my doubt.
We're going muscle hamster here in the booth. Winston with a give to Martin. They find some open field here. And he's brought down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, Winston. Right side caught by Jackson. And he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Back to throw. This will be caught at about the 3. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. And Charles, a good catch there and a first down.
Brandon, excellent execution. Quarterback knew where the ball had to be placed. The receiver knew where the first down line was.
They'll run. Martin. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. An extra defensive back in the game here on 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Aguayo's kick is good. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. So now then, it's a big kick there to get this game back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal could still do you in.
Brandon, we're going to see right here. I would expect that after the kickoff, this offense is going to come out throwing. So those first few plays are going to be the key.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. Spinning past him. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Vikings now heading onto the field. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. Here's Bridgewater. And here's the first NFL catch for Laquan Treadwell. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Bridgewater finding time. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. And as the 4th quarter winds down here, we're all even.
And no one wants this game to extend. They want to go ahead and win it right now.
Way 90. Way 90.
Bridgewater. He's got time in the pocket. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Bridgewater to throw it. And now another one thrown incomplete. He was looking for Jarius Wright that time. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Jeff Locke now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Minnesota defense, we watch them get set to roll. They've played a great game. This has been a great game. It's tied. They're just hoping to push this one to OT.
This has been fun, hasn't it, partner? This feels like one of those well-pitched baseball games. Low scoring, and will one play make the difference? And where's it going to come from? Right now, they're hoping that it doesn't happen, and they can just get this game to OT.
Yeah, I mentioned they're hoping to get it to OT. They'd take a turnover as well. Winston. And his throw is incomplete. Ten yards still left on 2nd down. One man in the backfield, that's Martin. Here's Winston. He's got time. And Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. A good pickup there at 22. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Winston to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Now Winston drops it off to Martin. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Call it a gain of 5. And it'll be 3rd down. So the offensive unit called the TO. And now we are ready to resume play. Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's 3rd down for this offense. Jameis again. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. First down, here's a run with Peterson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Nothing between these two teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. Fielded about a yard deep. And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
That Tremendous return, put them in field goal range right now. But I look at the overtime rules and know that a touchdown ends the game. I don't want to just settle for 3 there. I want to go ahead and get 6 right now.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They have great starting field position here in overtime. You can bet they're not thinking field goal. They want to win this now.
And we know with the still relatively new overtime rules, the mindset has changed for everyone around the league about getting the ball because you want to score the touchdown to end the game. In this case, with this type of field position, even more of an emphasis on that. Settling for a field goal would feel like a failure now.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Winston gives to the tailback, Martin. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
In the red zone this time. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved.
False start, offense.
Here we go with 2nd and 7. Now the first throw in overtime for Winston. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's brought down. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes a timeout. And now we're set to get going. Jameis to throw it. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.